What if we told you that inside the United States, the land of freedom, there were prison camps, barbed wire, armed guards, watchtowers, families behind fences, not in some distant dictatorship, not in a war zone overseas, but right here, in America. For decades, this chapter of history was rarely discussed. It was left out of textbooks, whispered about, then forgotten. Tonight, we uncover the forgotten prison camps inside America. Attack on Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. After Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, fear swept across the United States. Newspapers warned of spies, politicians demanded action, and suspicion fell on one group of Americans, Japanese immigrants, and even their American-born children. Just 2 months later, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066. The order allowed the military to remove anyone deemed a threat from certain areas. But in reality, it targeted nearly 120,000 people of Japanese ancestry, 2/3 of whom were American citizens. They were given days, sometimes hours, to leave their homes. They could only take what they could carry. Businesses were sold for pennies, homes were abandoned, lives were uprooted overnight. One of the most well-known camps was Manzanar, located in the California desert. Surrounded by barbed wire and armed guards, families lived in cramped wooden barracks. There was no insulation, no privacy, and extreme temperatures, freezing winters, scorching summers. Children tried to attend school. Adults worked low-paying jobs inside the camps. Some even formed baseball leagues to pass the time. But make no mistake, these were prisons. People were not free to leave. Searchlights scanned the grounds at night. Guard towers stood at every corner. And Manzanar was just one of 10 major camps spread across remote areas of the country. Another was Heart Mountain in Wyoming, where over 14,000 people were confined. Imagine being born in America, pledging allegiance to the flag, and then being imprisoned by your own government. Despite the injustice, many Japanese Americans still chose to serve the country that imprisoned them. The 442nd Infantry Regiment became one of the most decorated units in U.S. military history. These soldiers fought bravely in Europe, while their families remained behind barbed wire at home. At the same time, some young men resisted. At Heart Mountain, a group refused the military draft until their rights were restored. They were arrested and sent to federal prison. History often remembers the heroes, but rarely the moral courage of those who said, "If I am not free, how can I fight for freedom?" By 1945, as World War II ended, the camps slowly closed. Families returned home, only to find their houses vandalized, their farms sold, their communities changed forever. They received no apology, no compensation, just silence. For decades, many survivors avoided talking about it. The trauma was too deep. It wasn't until 1988 that President Ronald Reagan signed the Civil Liberties Act. The U.S. government formally apologized and provided financial reparations to surviving internees. The official statement admitted that the camps were based on race prejudice, war hysteria, and a failure of political leadership. Today, places like Manzanar are preserved as historic sites. Visitors walk through reconstructed barracks. They stand beneath restored guard towers. They read the names of families who lived there. These camps remind us of something uncomfortable. Even democracies can fail. Even constitutional rights can be suspended in moments of fear. And when fear overrides justice, history leaves scars. The prison camps inside America were real. They happened within living memory. And they serve as a warning. Freedom is not automatic. It must be protected, especially when it's unpopular. If you found this story powerful, subscribe for more forgotten chapters of American history. Because sometimes, the stories we ignore are the ones we most need to remember.